The migrant crisis is getting out of hand. Now, New York Times, we had a bunch of illegal migrants attack 2 police officers. That's crazy. In this episode, we're going to take a look at a video and talk about it. But my name is Noel. Welcome to Verbal on Life.
Nate, no filter. Welcome aboard. It's Friday. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm battling MS. Those of you who know my channel and know me. And today I woke up on a good note. Been walking, still walking. And you got to celebrate the little things in life.
That's right. So all the people that are suffering from the same thing, stay positive. I hope Noel can teach you that you can continue life and fight it. And we're here for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that for all of you guys that join us.
100%. So this migrant crisis, it's just getting out of hand. Let's take a look, and then we're going to give you guys our opinion on it, because what just happened in Times Square. Oof.
Yeah, in the middle of the Times Square, where everybody goes, man, it's a different world.
It's a whole nother world. Whew.
But for me, I got my opinion. But go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because I want to hear your opinion.
Men have been charging connection to that brutal attack caught on camera, and the NYPD is still looking for more suspects. Let's get right to Fox 5's Kendall Green live in Times Square with the latest. Kendall?
Hey, good evening, Steve and Natasha. This has become a pretty complex legal process in just a matter of days. Now there's a fear looming that the men involved with that attack could avoid being brought to justice. 2 of a dozen migrants accused in a vicious Midtown attack over the weekend appeared in court Thursday and stepped with droves of NYPD officers in a show of support for 2 of their own, pummeled on camera Saturday evening. The duo were the 6th and 7th arrest made Wednesday, but only 24-year-old Yohenry Brito was charged with robbery and felony assault in the attack. Concerning 21-year-old Yandri Badros, District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office declined to prosecute, citing a lack of evidence to prove his involvement.
We have to ask the question, why did these 4 individuals be released on their own recognizance?
Wednesday's arrest followed 4 migrants also arrested and charged in the assault Saturday, and 1 later Monday. Yet all were released but 1, who was under a supervised release. The calls for justice in the attack just keep coming in, including this one by the PBA president just outside of the courtroom Wednesday morning.
They brutally attacked a New York City police officer and a lieutenant. Our criminal justice system is upside down. It fails every day.
Governor Hochul behind the podium hinted deportation should be looked at for the migrants involved in the attack before saying it plainly and clearly.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody.
Republican Staten Island Congressman Nicole Malliotakis blaming politics.
Democratic policies at City Hall have made this much more difficult for our law enforcement than it needs to be.
But the road to capturing and convicting all of the attackers involved is getting rocky, as some have reportedly already fled the city.
And the problem that ICE has is that because the NYPD is prohibited from sharing information and the city is denying any detainer request, it makes it very difficult.
While officials in Mayor Adams' administrations argue joint local and federal pursuit of the accused shouldn't be that tall of a hurdle.
If the federal authorities are able to get a warrant for the arrest of these individuals, we are allowed to work with them and participate with that.
Meantime, Assistant Commissioner Cass Daughtry posted this video to X with a warning to the suspects.
We will scour the globe to find you if you commit any type of assault on one of our police officers.
Now, police are still on the search for the 5 individuals in connection with that attack. Anyone with information is asked to come forward. That's the latest from Times Square. Kendall Green, Fox 5 News.
All right, Kendall, thank you.
We are having technical difficulties, but at the end of the day, to me, it's extremely difficult to give anybody a reason to put your hands on a police officer, especially if you're in this country illegally. that just goes to show, I'm sorry, we need to send you back to your home country, because how are you going to come to this country and beat up cops? I do not see any justification for that. If that happens in your country, keep it over there. Don't bring it over here. And look at the rules that they find it difficult to prosecute getting away with murder. Let me see if I find the report. Yo. God bless. Yeah, man, we gotta pick a time. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Center, who are only supposed to be here for 4 days, have a recreation room with multiple TVs, plush couch.
Evicting families with school-age immigration advocate.
Fuck, man. Esta mierda del diablo. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to pick up the phone. Oh, shit, you recording? My bad. Esta mierda, loco. This shit is crazy. It's like when we about to get to the success and I'm about to give my opinion, somebody from the outside hit me up.
I think for future videos, we should put it on plane mode. So like that, the phone doesn't ring. You know what I mean? Plane mode.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yup.
Only Wi-Fi.
You know so, because I apologize to my audience. You know, when you're about to climb the 1,000 and 2,000, there's always a glass window they're trying to stop you.
So I'm going to say this much. We're going to do different videos. And this is how I want to set it off to flow along and give me your opinion, what you think. And
oh, you already finished the one with the migrant?
No, I didn't, but the video finished. And then once the video finished, me salió, you know how YouTube te tira otro. Me salió este otro. And I was thinking, we got to protect all migrants that keep getting evicted in New York City. And we got to put them in better hotels and give them more and more.
The problem with New York City is this is design. There's a lot of empty buildings. There's a lot of engineers that are creating apartments and buildings. The situation is that, okay, the people that were here before are not getting those apartments. So now they're trying to bring the migrants to come in here and offer those apartments to them. Now we have a guideline that if you make less than $10,000, you could afford those apartments. So that is by design. That is crazy.
And now that we got these migrants coming in, I mean, if you're coming from a different country and you don't have any money, you don't even have a job yet because you don't even have papers. So what the government needs to do is give these migrants an apartment for free, give them a job with a good salary so they could live in New York City, top of the line hotels. That's what needs to happen. Check out these videos.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a conspiracy theory, but they are replacing the inner city kids and people with the migrants, if you think about it. But go ahead, show me the video. Those for my out of. I'm giving this information to out of the box thinkers. We get it replaced.
I mean, hey, this is a country of migrants. And if you've been in this country for too long, maybe you need to move on and let the migrants take over. It's their turn.
Exactly. And that's what's going on. Point blank, period.
Immigration advocates rallying in Foley Square, calling the plan disruptive and destabilizing for families.
Men at the migrant center, who are only supposed to be here for 4 days, have a recreation room with multiple TVs, plush couch.
Evicting families with school-age children on any day.
Migrants gathered outside the hotel.
By the way, the mayor now is a slumlord, evicting families with children. How rude.
Yeah, but he's evicted selected few. I mean, this is all about design. If people not seeing this, they got to be out their mind. There's no way in hell you're going to open sanctuary state, which is New York, Chicago, California. You're going to provide bus, transportation, haircut, shelter. Yo,
Food.
It's a disaster. Food is a disaster to happen. And they know that. They know that. That's why they came out with the movie, The Civic War. The movie you talking about last week, The Civil War.
Oh, Civil War is coming, but
this one can create a civil war, and it's happening right now, right in your eyes.
Let's keep watching.
Saying they won't board them. They say they're concerned about conditions at the new shelter.
In terms of the fire safety issues, these are not fire traps and these are not death traps.
Migrant crisis in New York City.
What?
The opening of the new migrant shelter at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn has brought attention to the complex issues surrounding the migrant crisis in New York City. While the shelter was intended to provide accommodation for migrant families, a significant number refused to stay, raising questions about the city's approach to handling the surge in migrants. New York City, known as a sanctuary city, has faced challenges as it grapples with the unexpected influx of migrants. The city's initial invitation to migrants has resulted in a significant population increase, complicating efforts to provide adequate housing and support. The city's attempt to address the migrant crisis includes the creation of tent cities and temporary housing. With limited space and a crowded urban environment, finding suitable accommodations
government-funded bus operator. That's my boy right there.
Rich people got to open up the doors and take in migrants to help out. You know, forget letting them sleep on the floor and on bad condition. I think rich people guys just open their doors and let them in. Welcome.
I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna hear in the news, and you're gonna hear it here first in Verbal on Life. The migrants from the 80s, they were in the system. They have to start from the bottom. Now the migrants that are coming in now, which I speak to them in a daily basis, they say, nah, we're gonna start with the foundation. We're gonna start with the housing, food, and the benefit right off the jump. So we don't have to be in this country 30 to 40 years. They're not playing them games. That's why they know how to play the system. The migrants are coming in now, they know how to play the system. They're not gonna go to the projects. They're not gonna go to do the line and migrant and welfare. They ain't doing none of that shit. They are located in 42nd Street. You know what that means? When me and my mom and dad went to the Bronx and those abandoned buildings, they ain't going through that shit. Their shit has to be elevators, doorman, food, shelter, electric, everything paid. By who? New York state taxes.
Here's a question, Nate. And I want you to clear this up for me, for the viewers that may not understand what's happening. Are you talking about migrant or illegal migrants? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the illegal migrants that are coming in now. They coming in with a voucher. You never seen that before. They're not saying in the news. They coming in as soon as they get in the plane. They pick them up in Texas. They already got a portfolio, a voucher. So they not like the migrants that came before. These new ones, I call them the special one. They come and prepared.
because I see a difference. Like, for example, the migrant that I'm aware of, the legal one, came to this country legally. Like, they had a social security, a passport, they had all the documents. They waited in their country for the paperwork, and then they came here. And then they fought hard and did all of that. Now, for you to break in, it's like you having a home and somebody climbing the wall and breaking into your house and demanding that you feed them, that you house them, that you give them insurance to go to the doctor. And you're like, oh, no, you could do is say, okay, here you go, sir. Here's some money just in case you're hungry while I go to work and pay taxes. Are you okay with that?
Let me ask you a question. What about if you have a spokesperson that go to a country like Guatemala? And when they go to Guatemala, they tell them, listen, try to make it to the border, but this is the condition. They're not going to stop you, but you come in November, we need your vote. You need to convince the people, look, they're celebrating. Woo! You need to convince the people that are living in New York that you know that they have to vote Democrat. Remember, the spokesperson that goes to that country and let them come in, they already got a free pass. They're not getting stopped. Think about that. Think about it. That's by design. They just tell them, get to this point, and when you get to the main goal, to the rainbow, we're going to have your portfolio and other information. Those are the migrants I'm talking about, because I've seen them all the time. Read your comments in the bottom. Stop me when I'm lying.
I don't agree with those migrants only because your first action is to break into this country. You're breaking the law automatically. Whoever went over there, you just said somebody went over there and told you what to do. A sponsor went over there and talked you into breaking the law coming into this country. Now, I'll tell you this much. Not everybody that's coming into this country is going to be a good guy that's going to come in for work. You're going to have some guys who are just here who are criminals. I'm going to break the law even more. Not just breaking into the country, but they're going to rob, they're going to steal, they're going to hurt people. So that's the only fear that I got. When you're letting people come in here undocumented, you don't know who you're letting in.
I know, man.
You got a group of 10 people. If one of those is a big-time criminal, we got a problem. Messing it up for the group. So.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
But, yeah. So, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? That was, oh man, they hacking us, man. They don't want the truth to come out. Hold on.
This is great. This is great. This is poor. What the hell? You got that new iPhone. That's what it is.
Let me call you right back.
All right, peace.